Yo, what's up, guys? Decided to stream today because kind of have nothing better to do, so why not? So, how's everybody doing? I see I got a couple people in the chat already. I got Jay is gonna join me soon. He's setting up his laptop. Unchained, what's up, dude? Johan, what's up? Will, glad to see you here. You haven't been around much, so it's nice to see you around. Let me give Will a wrench. He deserves one. And Sissyfuss, what's up? Marino's not here, unfortunately. So it doesn't matter. Who cares about Marino, right? We'll start with that. So I was gonna look at something real quick before I start talking, but all right, well, Jay would join us in a minute, but I wanted to talk about some future projects. There's some projects I wanted to do. I mentioned last year that I wanted to do, and I haven't started. Mostly because I just had trouble thinking of how I'm gonna format it. But I've been thinking. Oh shit! Hold on. I had the live stream on the other side, and it's mostly. So yeah, I'll leave it muted. But I never got to them. I had trouble, like, yeah, figuring out how I'm gonna do it because I mentioned I think I made a video in October that I was gonna do what I was gonna do. Jay's here. What's up, Jay?
Yo. The War Kettle invasion.
The War Kettle. I'm getting invaded by a damn red coat.
Or soy kettle, if you prefer.
Oh, the soy kettle. Yeah, the whole soy kettle thing's funny. What's up, Sean? Are you going all motivational speaker on us? No, not really. More like you'll see. We'll talk about it later. But for future projects in October, last year I made a video talking about how I wanted to do an analysis of the Twilight Zone and go through each episode, analyzing each episode and stuff. But I never really got to it. So, like, I had trouble thinking of how I was going to format it. Like, was I going to show clips from the episode? But NBC is really uptight with that shit. So if you do that, you might get copyright strikes and shit. Or should I just do it like I normally do, where I just set up my webcam and talk about it? People can watch it on their own. I don't really need to show clips, right? So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to talk about it. Maybe I'll show some pictures or something, right? Like, that could work.
Yeah, that would work.
Like, if I'm talking about a specific scene, I can show the pictures of that scene, right? But yeah, Twilight Zone has been a big part of my life. Like, so I watched this since I was little. You probably didn't watch much of it, right, Jay? I'm sure you've seen a few, though.
Seen a few, yeah. Not, probably nowhere near like you. You've probably watched it all.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode multiple times. But some of the episodes are just like sci-fi twist at the ending episodes, not really too much to do with like themes of morality and stuff like that. But a lot of them that were written by Rod Serling himself are basically moral plays, right? Like like old school plays that had morality and themes behind them, like Death of a Salesman or something, And the thing I find most interesting growing up with that and then living in the time we are in now is that a lot of those themes are still relevant, today. You think like 70 something years later, and those themes are still relevant today. And it's kind of amazing. And some of them are even predictions of like where we're heading to, kind of like how 1984 was, right? So like some of the Twilight Zone kind of has that as well. It's really interesting to look into the things that Rod Serling was trying to tell us back in those days, and then put it in today's contemporary standpoint. And
I'm going to take your word on that.
Yeah, and realize that he's talking about shit that's coming to be, like things he saw the way society was going, and he saw that this is what it's heading towards, just like George Orwell did with 1984, right? Those are his thoughts on where society was heading and stuff like that. So it's really interesting.
I thought it was more of 1948, because that's when he around that era.
Yeah,
and it was more of a take of what society was already like.
I think he was looking at how society was already like and thinking of that towards the extreme. Like, if it continued down that path, this is what 1984 is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a prediction of where it's heading. Like, but in terms, it is a social commentary on the current era as well. But that's what I'm saying. That's what Rod Serling did as well. Like, what he was doing was giving social commentary to the current era. But since it was done in a sci-fi format, it was seen as like, these are the things to come, So it makes sense. But yeah, to serve man, go cultural vegan. Maybe that is the alien invasion story, right? Like in the end, you find out that the To Serve Man wasn't a book about serving human beings; it was about serving them as food. That was a good one. Black Mirror is Twilight Zone with cell phones. Yeah, it's the contemporary Twilight Zone, right? Another project I wanted to do was I'm a fan of Stephen King's, and the thing I like the most about him is his short stories. And he's got like 5 short story collection books, like it just collects his short stories that he's released throughout the years. And yeah, since those are my favorite, I was thinking of going through those too and doing like synopsises and my thoughts on like each story, and go through all his stories from the beginning, like in chronological order of like when they were released in those books. And we'll just give my take on them. Those are good. There's a lot of good ones in there, a lot of cool stories. His short stories are so much better than his longer stories, like, because you get, it's like you can read a story in like 32 pages and you get the whole story.
Yeah.
As opposed to reading like a 600 to 800 page book and getting one story, What else? Lately, I've been getting a lot into like psychology and stuff like that, and Jungian theory. And Carl Jung was a nut job, but some of his thoughts, if you look at them from other aspects, are kind of like an analogy for like the processes you go through as you age through life, Like and I got into this because I was listening to a lot of Tool lately, and he writes a lot about that kind of stuff, but in a way of you using it for self-discovery and coming out with more knowledge, and about yourself and being yourself more, like discovering yourself basically. And I feel like that's kind of what it is to like age through the decades, like when like 20s and before that, you're still in the stage of like learning everything, right? And you're still trying to figure out the world around you and the life you live in and what reality is, right? Like basically you make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You just want to go for all and, do this and do that and, and delve into like things that you end up enjoying, right? And you get obsessed with things, or maybe you're just really into stuff and you'll like delve deep into that. But as you start getting to your 30s, now you start forming who you are going to be, right? And this is who you're going to be for the rest of your life, basically. Of course, you're still going to grow and advance, but this is now you collating all the information you've gathered from the crazy shit you did in your 20s and before that. And now your brain's fully developed. That oh no,
what have you done, Alfie?
Why is my screen turned off?
We can see you, Alf.
Yeah, my screen just turned off. I don't know what happened to it. My monitor just turned off. My dog walked. Hold on, give me a second. My dog walked under the computer and then it stopped. I think he might have pulled out the cable. Hold on a second.
Well, looks like I'll entertain everyone. Alfie's having serious Mexican technical difficulties at the moment. Oh, Chrissy's here.
All right, I got it back. I think my dog kind of touched the cable for the monitor under the computer really quick, and it kind of pulled it out a little bit.
Nah, it was Chrissy, mate. Chrissy did it.
It was Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy came in and like fucking my heart skipped, and then and the monitor went. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so your 30s is like your self-discovery, right? Then 40s is more of your enlightenment period where you're gonna start, seeing everything as it is, and you are who you are now. But so that leads to another project I want to do, which is going through Tool songs, because I feel like that's what Tool is. It's kind of like a tool to help you self-discover for your form of self-discovery. So he leaves his lyrics very open. Like his lyrics are about specific things, but he leaves it very open so that when you read it, you could see it from your angle. You know what I'm saying? From your point of view.
Okay.
And you can put your events in there that lead you to your own self-discovery. Yeah. It's really fucking genius. Like if you think about it and you go through it, I spent all day yesterday going through like Tool lyrics and being like, oh shit, and like finding out each album is really like the next step. And they do take a long time to release albums, like 8 to 12 years. So I mean, it makes sense that each one is like he's like 10 years ahead of me, right? So it's funny, like in age. So it's funny because the things he's going through, I'm going through later. Yeah. And I'm seeing, and these albums are coming out, and I'm like, oh shit, like after 10 years of listening to that album, I'm like, oh shit, that's where I was when that album came out, like his age, and I'm at that now and shit. It's really weird. And
gonna take your word on it because I don't know anything about Tool at all.
Oh man, but it's great because each album is really like has a theme, and by the end it'll lead to like the end of one album is called Flood, and then the next album is like Enema, and that's like, you know, the water's coming in to cleanse you of your impurities as you go through your, you know, delve into your past and the things that hold you back and shit. It's fucking nuts. It's really
Sounds
cool.
exciting. So what else have you got planned?
I got Dan on me with that, so me and
Oh,
Dan are gonna work
the
on that like
boy pussy.
collaboratively, and Grant will join us when he can. I know Grant gets busy, so he won't be able to join us every time, but when he can, he's more than welcome to, because he also knows a lot about Tool. So does Dan. Anybody else really who knows a lot about Tool and wants to talk about their connection to like self-discovery and Jungian philosophies, I guess, if you want to call them, I'd be down to, you can join us. That'd be cool. Those guys are just geniuses. Each person in that band is just a genius. Like the way they construct songs and shit like that, it's fucking nuts. And make it all thematic. Like you get the emotion that is coming through the singer in the music as well, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, those are some future projects I want to work on.
Nice.
See how that goes. That's way too hippie.
So when are we expecting like the first development of this?
Not sure. Maybe next week. With the Tool thing, I don't know. I guess whenever Dan wants to, I wouldn't mind starting soon. Like,
Cool.
That was really cool. That was way too. Oh, let's see. Will said Alpha's going Peterson on us. He is going to start talking archetypes and reading Carl Jung. Now, what the way I view it differently, but I kind of understand what Jung was trying to say. I think he puts it in kind of like dumb metaphysical ways. But if you look at it and like on the perspective of you just going into your past and thinking about the shit you did or the things that hold you back that you don't even realize, because that's the kind of point is the conscious and the subconscious, and your subconscious ends up holding on to all the shit, you know what I'm saying, and you don't realize it, but it holds you back in life. If you think about it, it's a lot like Scientology, where Scientology puts all that bullshit like hocus pocus into it, right? But this is just like you thinking about the things, facing your fears, basically, right? Like facing the things that have are traumatizing you or holding you back from doing certain things. And when you do that, you come out the other side more clear, you know, clear-minded.
Yeah.
Which is basically Scientology. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how all these tie in together when you analyze them. And where these people got this idea, because isn't that funny? Like L. Ron Hubbard making a religion that's kind of what Jung was talking about. It's like he just kind of stole that shit and then put sci-fi hocus pocus in it. That's hilarious. They're aliens. You gotta be clear of the evil aliens in your mind.
What are they called? The metachlorides?
Oh, from Star Wars.
No, that's what it is. Isn't it? You got to cleanse your. Well, I know, from South Park, yeah. They do that fucking Scientology. They do that fucking that test where they hold the
the stress test.
Yeah. That's it.
That's basically what it is, right? Because you realize then it's like, oh, you have all these. That's what it's supposed to do. They ask you in Scientology, like when you join and you do your stress test, and then you go in. They do this like test on you to like study how stressed you are, basically, and they'll ask you these like personal questions and shit, and and like get you to get all. They make you all stressed out, right, by talking about these personal questions. But that's kind of what Jung was talking about, and it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because it's like thinking like there are, we know there are things that happen in our past that traumatize us, and that keeps us down, or maybe things that we don't think we're thinking about, but we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what your dreams are as well, right? Your dreams are kind of like you facing your fears, and it puts you through events, basically. I don't know if this is true, but like I think about my dreams, and I think like in my dreams I have no ego. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm either a casual observer or I just go through things without, having an ego about it. It's weird. But that's how I feel. And I feel like in dreams I have no ego, which is funny because when you take DMT, I've heard Rogan describe it like this too. And I felt the same way, that DMT strips away your ego. And I felt that way too. It's like when you go to take DMT and you get taken out, what feels like you're getting taken out your body.
Never actually done
it. It's a crazy experience. But like, when you go through it, it feels like you're being stripped of your ego and you're just in this broad world that, universe or cosmos that just makes you feel like, you know, the things that I worry about are insignificant. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, wow, the universe, the cosmos, all of history, it's something so large that I'm worrying about the you know, this a speck in the sands of time and reality, and you know, and space. And it's fucking nuts. But that's what it is. It basically like strips your ego down. When you come out of it, you feel cleansed. You feel better. You know, you feel like, yeah, I was worrying about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? There's more. You know, there's other things out there, and things are not as bad as I think. You know, or dark as I think. It's pretty nuts. But the concept of that, which I feel as being your 30s, is the concept of going through your shadow. And the concept in Jung was the shadow was the subconscious, and that was like the your dark side is the side you don't know about in your brain. You know, like your brain is split into who your conscious and your subconscious, right? So you gotta deal with your shadow and become one with your shadow to come out as an enlightened being. You know.
I'm gonna take your word on that because I'm only 28.
Yeah, that's true. You're getting to that. It's funny because Aiden asked me the other day. He was like, "What's it like? What's your 30s like?" You know, because he's heading into his 30s next. I don't know, this year or next year. I think this year. And he's like, "What's it like?" And I'm like, "Well, you know, it's not like a massive switch over. It's not like you're gonna go. I'm 29. I'm 30. You know, and be a totally different person." But yeah, I feel like 30s is like where you self-discover yourself. And you're gonna be who you're gonna be for the rest of your life. And you feel. So I feel like that is the age, you know what I'm saying? In the 30s is when you're going through your shadow and cleansing your mind and becoming who you're going to be. That's why I want Alf to watch that video. Yeah, you're getting there, man. I'm about to go into my 40s.
Oh. How'd you know about that?
Yeah, and that's kind of like you're opening your third eye part of your life. And seeing reality as it truly is, I guess. Dan's like, what did I miss in the Discord? And Will's like, Alfie is on going deep with Jay. And Jay's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. So how's your weekend been going, Jay? Or your week or whatever?
Yeah, nothing really to report. I've just been out with some friends, relaxing. That's it, really. Nothing really to report. Sorted out my transport for going to Stockton for Gays Against Sharia. I'm going on Thursday. I'm going to spend 2 days with Tommy English.
Nice.
Yes.
Free Tommy.
English.
Yeah. It's like, not that Tommy, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, we always got to keep Tommy English free.
Yeah, boy, let's cook some meth. What?
What?
Nah, not a fan of meth.
Yeah, no, we're past. How about just grow some weed?
Yeah, cool with that.
So yeah, that's it really. There's nothing that exciting to report. Got a couple of things next month as well, but that's about it.
No new ideas for videos maybe you can give us a sneak peek on?
Oh, I've got a couple of videos in the pipeline. I'm giving two. I'll tell you about 2 videos. I'm giving one to Dan and one to Amy.
Oh.
And they're gonna edit it together.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Dan my my Amsterdam one. That's what I'm gonna give Dan, and then I'm gonna give Amy my Cheddar Gorge video. And the reason I'm not giving Dan the Cheddar Gorge video is because I talk about Dan in that video, so I don't want him to edit it.
That makes sense. I like that.
I'm like shit talking him in the video, and so I'm like, yeah, that one maybe he shouldn't edit because he might like do shit to me.
Red guy turned up the drug use literally up to 11.
You couldn't you?
Oh, Chrissy's going to see Jimmy Carr in August. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That'll be fun. Were those expensive, Chrissy? Comedy shows here are super expensive.
Probably. Everything's expensive.
Yeah, so I figured they probably are over there too. Yeah, I want to go to a show soon. I haven't been to a show in a long time. Let me close this door.
Doris, gotta do, Alfie. Look at that sexy Mexican. So sexy.
So she gonna say, "Watch Jimmy Carr." Huh? What's Dan say? I'm gonna split that boy pussy. I feel like a coconut. You should come in here, Dan. Chrissy too. What the fuck? Chrissy never comes on stream with us.
I know, right? Chrissy never. And she got like a new phone as well, and she could totally
She
do it.
go on your phone.
Yeah.
Come on the stream, Chrissy.
Yeah. Like she's got the technology now. She's just like, yeah, I'm all right.
That means she's just gonna turn on the TV off.
Yeah.
27 pounds. That's cheap as fuck. Wow. I'd be down.
Wow, that is actually pretty cheap.
And she's saying it's at a small, like local theater, so it's not that big. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is actually.
I love going to rock shows and not going to like big venues. I like it when rock bands do like shows in like small bars and shit. That's always the best. It's only like a few people watching, and closer to the band, you get to talk to them.
Yeah, that's what I love about going to like music events in Bristol. Is because the venues are like there's a couple that are really tiny that are brilliant, and you get some really cool bands in there. Especially in one place, but it's closed now, which is shit.
That always happens too. Those cool like little venues always end up closing. It's like, no, why? There's so many in New York that did that.
But yeah, Alf, mate, if you come to fucking Britain, you know, I'll definitely take you to a few places.
A lot of bands I like end up playing in your area. There was one recently in Bristol, and I was like, what? That I missed like last month or something.
Oh yeah, you told me literally after it finished. Yeah, literally after it finished.
I was like, no, I would have loved to go to that show.
You could have done Alf. You could have done.
When I do go, be, one of the bands I like will be playing, and we can go check them out. Me and Jay at a concert, picking up punk chicks.
Oh,
with green and red hair or pink hair. Too many beans. That's a Latino way to do things. Eat beans every day.
Is that a can of cider you have up on your top shelf up there? I swear there was like a
can of cider
paper cup up.
No, which one? The red one?
Yeah.
That's a Coca-Cola can.
Oh. There was like a paper cup in front of it, I think Grant said it was a Burger King one, but it's gone now.
Oh yeah, probably. But that's they have a World Cup thing on that can.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a big, like you can kind of see it. It's a big soccer ball on it. Hey, fuck bitches, Carter in the house. Is Carter in the house? Kata. Say Carter.
CarterCole.com, everybody.
You said it normal. You're supposed to say Kata.
Kata.
Kata. Kata. There you go. We haven't talked to Carter in a while, right? Are you busy, Carter? You want to come on? Oh, Sean said, can't wait for your tool stream, Elf. Thanks. I don't know if we'll be streaming it. They might be videos, but we might just stream it and we'll do it like once a week or something, and we'll go through a song on live stream. We'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
Costco. Let's see. Let's send him the link.
Going all the way up north, way past Chris. You think Chris lives far north?
Where are you going up north? Where is that?
I'm going Stockton, which is like, I think it's right by Middlesbrough and Newcastle. Way up there, mate.
Newcastle, mate. Like, isn't that where the Georgies are?
Yeah.
Get yourself a Georgie pasty to piss Chrissy off.
But Grant will be happy because I'll be right by Darlington, and if he remembers, Darlington is where they have the Download Festival, which is a major like metal and rock festival every year. I went last year. Chrissy's been. I know that.
Yeah. Carter said, "I'll go put on something." I guess he was sitting around naked on the tree. He was like, "I'll go put something on." England/Britain has a lot of great rock bands like Beatles. Yeah. I grew up on a lot of British music. I did not like Oasis though, so you can take that out. But every other band in there I was cool with. But England also had a lot of good bands, even in the 80s too, that I like. Like all the 80s bands I like were mostly British. And what else? They had some good punk too. I dig that. I dig punk. Spice Girls, of course. Chrissy brings up the Spice Girls.
Yeah, mate, got to spice up your life.
No
Are
thanks.
you not spicing up your life, mate?
Nah.
Nah, you got to do that, mate.
S Club 7. Come on, Chrissy, please.
Wow,
Please,
S Club
Chrissy,
7. I can't defend that, Chrissy. I'm sorry, but
please.
Spice Girls, I can do it for you. But that one,
you're hurting my heart here. Stop with that.
It's too much. It's just too much.
Cam enjoyed the Spice Girls. He was a big Spice Girls fan. He used to dress up like them.
Oh yeah.
Spice Girls. Were you about to say that you did too? You used to dress up like them?
Not just them, obviously. I would not pull off a very good looking trap. Let's be honest now.
Huh, look at this guy. Will responds to me on Twitter, says, "I wish you had YouTube back in the day when your friends visited scary spots to hang out and made videos of that with creepy music." Yeah, that would have been really cool. And he says, "I hope you end up putting out a 20-volume video series of your ontology argument of marginal guinea pig cases of morality for a small fee of $250. Will is hilarious, man.
You should do that. Yeah. I really want that. I see.
Ontological isn't that like fungus or something? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's pretty funny.
Hello.
What's up, Carter? How you been, man?
I've been really good. My company finally sold, so I've been quite happy and wasting all my money.
Fair enough. Nice. Why not?
Good shit.
Yeah.
You're not investing in the next big hardcore project then?
Debt, so that felt really good. Just like pay off $10,000 worth of credit card debt and like
that's awesome.
I was like sitting there and my son was there and I was like, "You want to see me spend $10,000?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's gone." Like, and he was like, just like that, and I was like, "Yep, just like that."
That's the end of it.
Bye, no more debt. Bye.
Yeah, but it was real nice. It took like 8 months, and so I've been like going crazy about it, and I didn't think it was going to happen, and then
no,
yeah,
Red guy's leaving.
Oh, what? No Red guy. We might as well just end the stream now.
Oh shit! No, your hair's getting crazy long, Carter.
Yeah, I need to get it cut. It's all. I just got back from a bike ride and I haven't taken a shower, so it's all gross. But
it's all blowing in the wind.
Yeah. I've been in Dallas. I went and I took 2 days off, and we went to Six Flags, and so I've been doing like Six Flags and then like Hurricane Harbor and stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
What's the Six Flags in Dallas called?
I have no clue.
You were just there and you don't know what it's called.
Astro World, I guess.
Astro World. No way.
Let's Google.
We had a
it.
place here called Astro Park in Jersey. Jersey used to be huge for amusement parks. We used to have so many. That one closed. But our Great Adventure. Oh, ours Six Flags is called Great Adventure.
Oh, Six Flags Over Texas.
Six Flags Over Texas. Lame. That's a lame name.
Yeah.
Like, ours is cool. Ours is Great Adventure, you know. That's cool.
But I hadn't been on rides in a long time, so that was fun because I got on and then I was just like, I had just eaten and I felt like really sick and I was like,
you should have brought a camera with you to like record your face.
I actually did. So I bought this cheap ass camera off of Amazon for like $20. It's like a GoPro ripoff. And so I was like, oh, if I lose it, like I won't care or whatever. And so I like took it on a bunch of the rides. And so I have bunch of like first person like the
Nice.
roller coasters, and then I was getting off like the like fourth big coaster or whatever, and I saw this sign that said like, if you're caught pulling a camera out of your pocket, you will be immediately ejected from the park, and like all this stuff. So I took a picture of it and I was going to include it in the video. But
he's like, yeah, I seen the sign saying you're not meant to do it, but I'm still doing it anyway. I fucking love it.
That's so Carter.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, we had gotten away with it. Like, I just wasn't really blatant with it, but I would, like have the camera on in my pocket, and then when they like push the button to send you away from the station, I would like quick pull it out and then like start videoing. So yeah, expect that coming. Big things on Carter Cole's.
All right.
Yeah.
Carter got some projects coming too. You see that? We're giving little sneak peeks to our future projects.
Yeah, why not?
I stole art from Tate. You thief. What do we get? So, any other plans for the future? Anybody? What's going on? Have you guys seen Chrissy's art lately? It's fucking good.
Oh, mate, it's amazing.
It's getting really fucking good.
Yeah.
Keep working on it, Chrissy.
Mate, I know what I want first, but there's a couple of other things I want off of Teespring at the moment.
Yeah, I like put something in the cart and I was about to buy it and then I didn't. But
yeah, I do that sometimes. And then you think about it and you're like, shit, I don't have that much money. Hold on. I need to chill out and figure out what I need to get first. And shit. Six Flags Great Adventure had that one ride called Kingda Ka, in which I'm definitely want to ride. I'm not sure what Kingda Ka is. Unless that's a typo, I don't know. Kingda Ka. That's the one here in New Jersey. It's in Jackson. The one in Georgia was called Stone Mountain because it's right by Stone Mountain. But even that sounds
back Adventure Park, and then we can go to that thing or whatever.
What's Adventure Park?
It was like that park that was so dangerous they had to shut it down because people were getting hurt or whatever.
Action Park.
Action Park?
Yeah, in New Jersey, Action Park. Yeah. Now it
sounded awesome. I want there to be some place where you just like sign away some liability. Yeah, we don't give a shit. Like, you don't want to go on top of each other in the slide, whatever. Like,
yeah, when we were kids, we used to call it Traction Park because you'd always come out of there with like burns from the traction from like all the fucking rides and shit.
Oh my god, there's this huge ass like body slide, and so it's like 400 feet tall or something, and I felt like I wasn't like afraid of heights, but then like I was up at the top of the tower and it was like swaying and I was like a little bit like freaked out by it. But like my son like went down, and so I'd gone down ahead of him, so I'm like videotaping and he came down, but he didn't like cross his legs. So he's like ripping down, but there's all this water going up, and it like he had all these marks across his back where he like ripped up. Like,
they also had like at Action Park, they had like a slide that would loop-de-loop. And basically you had to be going at a very precise speed to make that loop-de-loop without getting hurt. So tons of people were just like coming up, banging into the top, like falling back down the loop instead of going around it and like hitting the next person would hit them and shit, like blah.
Yeah, I thought me and my wife were gonna fly off this one. It's like this tube chute, and you like come down in this V, and we like went all the way up, and then like bumped on the edge, and I was like, oh man, like our combined weight, like we're gonna fly out. But I'm sure they like do all the math on that, and then they know that you're not gonna like fly out. But still, we were like.
That was the problem with Action Park, was they didn't do the math, and they had like New Jersey was actually like a state that had like the least regulations for like amusement parks and rides and shit like that. And then on top of that, they hired a bunch of teenagers.
What was it called again, Alfie?
Action Park.
I feel like I've watched a documentary.
Yeah,
about
I think I showed it to you
about it or something, right?
There was what?
I think they were going to make a movie about it.
Oh, that I don't know. That would have been cool. I remember going to that when I was a kid, maybe like 85 or 86.
Am I right in thinking it was like only open for like 20 or something years?
It's gone back and forth. It was revived again, like in the early 2000s, and then
closed not long
it was
after.
bought out by another company, and that other company.
Oh yeah, Johnny Knoxville is making like Action Point. There's like a trailer and shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the rights to call it Action Park, so they called it Action Point.
I want to go to Alton Towers. All this talk of theme parks, I'm like, oh, I want to go to Alton Towers now. That's a massive theme park.
What's it called?
Alton Towers.
Alton Towers.
Yeah, mate. It
doesn't sound like an amusement park.
Yeah, they got shit tons of rides and shit.
Cool.
Got some really cool shit. Big.
I kind of dislike going to amusement parks because it's like you wait in line for like an hour or 2 hours to like have a 30-second thrill, and it's like,
yeah. So we were there like at the park for like 5 hours, and I have maybe like 5 minutes of video like from actually on the rides.
Wait hours just for like a few seconds of a cheap thrill, and it's over, and you're like, all right, now we're gonna go wait at another line to do that again. Like, like I don't know about this.
See, I must admit, I just cheat and buy the fucking pass, the quick pass for.
Oh shit! Those are like $100 or something per person.
That place must be cheaper because you're not doing that here. That shit's expensive as fuck.
I was giving the people that had like the action pass a bunch of shit because they were like cutting in front of these kids, and so they would like come to the front of the line and there'd be like a kid waiting to get their tube. And I'm like, oh yeah, you just got to cut in front of the kids now, do you? And they're like, I have the pass, and I'm like, no, you just hate kids.
No, you just hate kids. Well, depending on who you get, they just say yeah and keep going to the front of the line. Like, yeah, I do. The sound Jay makes when he fucks up words, it's like a fly just landed in his mouth. Did you see the video Sean made about you, Jay?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That shit was funny.
I had to retweet that.
I remember that Great Adventure had this one really rickety ride. It was like an all wooden roller coaster. It was so rickety. I think it was called like the Rolling Thunder or something. But it was like their oldest ride, and it was all made out of wood, and it's fucking, you go through it. And it's kind of small, so you're not that scared, but it's like when it hits those little hills and it comes back down and it's all rickety and shit, that's what makes it scary, because there's like no safety precautions on it and shit, except for that little bar that sits in front of your fucking pelvis and shit. And everything's made out of wood, even the track, and the track's going and you're bouncing in your fucking chair because it's made out of fucking wood. It's all like,
oh shit, Joe's just made a point.
What? Get the disabled pass with all the Mongos, yeah.
Yeah, I could do that actually, because that's what happens when I go to download. I get a free ticket for any music concert.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
I'm suing disabled people because I don't think it's fair. Free tickets and we don't.
I got to buy a ticket for my carer, technically.
Yeah, when I went to see Alt J, we were with my friend, and he's like missing his leg, and there was like this line for security like around the fucking corner, and my friend like walks up and is like, does he have to like go through that line? He's like, oh no. So we just like got straight in, and then like we got to go to like this like disabled section where there were chairs and stuff. It was so fucking
that's the way it goes, Carter.
What the fuck? Why did these disabled pricks get all the good fucking special privileges and shit? Fuck that.
I'm disabled, Alfie. Like,
yeah, fuck you and your disabled fucking this. I mean, shit. You don't get to get treated special. What the fuck?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And what?
I'm disabled too. Then, fuck it. I got asthma, right? Let's get me into shows, and special chairs and shit.
Yeah, and then you can have like your whatever animal, your animal that's supposed to make you happy.
Oh yeah.
Emotional support animal. You need your emotional support animal because you're disabled. You got to take your dog with you.
Borrow Chrissy's cat everywhere you go and tell them that's your.
It's
How
Your
about
safety
no?
cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a dog.
Yeah, but you don't have a dog near you, do you? That you can take, you can borrow. Exactly. Exactly. Borrow Chris's dog.
Have y'all heard of like the weird emotional support animals where someone like tried to bring a peacock onto an airplane or whatever?
What?
You cannot bring a peacock onto an airplane. I don't care what it is.
That's amazing.
Not even like in a cage or anything. Just they wanted to bring it on the seating section.
Oh, there's a video. Emotional
shit.
support peacock denied airplane ride by United Airlines.
Can you like let's see. Yeah, can you screen share?
Yeah.
I'll focus on you so it'll show on your screen. Present to everyone. Yeah, there you go.
How do I do the
On Google Hangouts, it's the on the left. It has those, you know, the icons on the left. It's the green one with the arrow, like the screen. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's gonna do that. Oh no, there you go. Perfect.
wait?
How many tabs this dude's got open? How many of those are porn?
Yeah.
I've got that in the incognito, so
Oh, smart. Look at that. What a fucker, bringing that peacock in there. Start flexing his fucking muscles at peacock.
oh, it's a New Jersey airport.
New Jersey. Was that Newark? Was that Newark Airport?
Yeah, it says New Jersey.
That's probably Newark Airport. Wow, well, we have other airports. I can't just say.
Newark Liberty International Airport.
That's
On
Newark
Saturday.
Airport on Saturday. Oh man, that happened so close to me.
Oh, it says 6 months ago, but yeah, look at the pictures.
Look at
That's amazing.
that person's freaking out right there. Oh, here's some images.
But they said, is that working? Can y'all see that?
Mhm.
Yeah. That peacock is chilling though. It's not freaking out or nothing.
Oh my god!
Oh, it went on his
It's
back.
like shoulder. Oh my god!
Wow. It's literally a fucking like pet and shit. Like it walks on.
That
his
is cool as
shoulder.
fuck, though.
That is cool. I guess if he can handle it and it's not gonna bug anybody, it's cool. But I don't think you should let him inside of the.
Did he buy it an extra seat? Because I feel like that
I
kind
think
of
they had to put him in a cage. There's no way they're gonna let him in the seating situation.
They're saying that they're ignoring the true intent of emotional support animals.
Yeah. I think if it's gonna be take, you know, like mess with the other passengers and stuff, then
Whoa.
yeah. Stop presenting. There you go. That's interesting though. Fucking bring a peacock on. Why? Now Carter's stuck on screen sharing.
I don't know how to turn it off. Wait,
Oh, there you go. You're like, wait, I can't turn it off.
I'm a programmer.
I'm a programmer. Yeah, not a very good one, apparently.
No, I can't make anything work.
People are bringing animals into grocery stores all the time. It's freaking out now.
I heard like in some Central America countries or whatever, they have like little ties for your dogs in the grocery store, and so people like tie up their animals while they're going shopping.
All in the same area.
Yeah, but I was kind of confused by that. Like, they must not go on very like long shopping trips, because I can't imagine like just leaving your dog at the front while you're going through all the aisles or whatever.
Yeah. Plus with other dogs that are tied up there who might fight or whatever. Like, not all dogs get along, you know? Like,
yeah.
How does a small dinosaur give you emotional support? I want a mini elephant. I'm gonna take an elephant with me on an airplane.
Oh, I saw Jurassic
I
World.
want to take an elephant on a plane.
What? You want to take an elephant on a plane?
Yeah,
Can you imagine that bringing an elephant? Yeah, if it was small enough, like a dog-sized elephant, that would be cool.
Or what about with those micro pigs? You know, because they're all like, they're tiny, right?
Oh,
isn't there like a micro pig that's like
a
pig?
Small. Oh, there's like little potbelly pigs, right? They're like this big.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, they're not that small. They look pretty big.
All right.
A mini pig is still big.
Teacup pig.
And your dog is. What? You
Yeah,
came
my
back and your dog is
mother-in-law,
not
she
there?
has a pig, and so we were up at her house, and she sent my wife to go and like get the eggs, and the pig bit her. I missed it. Like I just missed it with the video, and I have this video. She's like spraying the pig while my wife is running away with the eggs. It was hilarious. Her mom is like borderline animal hoarder, and she has like all of these like fuzzy. What were the name of the chickens that she's got? She's got all these chickens.
They're called
They're like silky chickens. I need to show them to Chris, and he'll probably know what they are. But they were just like
might be the black ones,
they were weird. Yeah. So she's got like there was like 7 dogs. It was like 620 pounds of dog, and then there was like 5 chickens and 9 chickens and a pig. And yeah, this is just like fucking a farm.
What the fuck?
But there's no like deed restrictions, so she just has this like in her front yard and on like the side of her house. Like all the chickens, she just like lets them out on the side of the house, like running around. Yeah, it was funny.
That's crazy. Like, I used to go to my friend's a friend's house farm in upstate New York, and he had peacocks there, and they would like, yeah, they would like scaring you and like postulating and shit. Like they would just posture and shit. Nuts. They were very protective, but like you'd walk out of the house and they'd be hanging out on the roof. So when you walk out the house and they see you, they'll like fly down over your head real fast and land in front of you, and you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it happens out of nowhere. All of a sudden this giant bird is fucking flying right directly over your head and landing in front of you and then looking at you and shit.
Did you ever hear them like
puffing its chest and screaming its fucking sounds? Yeah, they make weird sounds. Yeah, you'd hear them from the roof because they'd hang out a lot in the roof, like waiting for people to come out so they could fucking puff their fucking feathers at you. Be like, hey, what's up? Now you want to fight? You want to fight, man?
Pigs are mean. Yeah, all fucking pigs are mean. They're like super territorial. Maybe if you like, live with it, then it's like not as bad. But whenever you have any friends over or anything, they get like tusked.
No shit. They're like, I'll fuck you up, man.
I want a goat.
I think it depends how you raise. Some people raise them as pets, so I think that depends on that. Like if they're domesticated and you raised it as a pet and it knows that you're the boss. So I've heard they're actually like better pets than dogs. Even sometimes I've heard some people say that. I don't know if they're bullshitting, but it's their pets. So. But they might be easy to train.
Go see your grandma.
Okay.
Just get a boar as a pet. No, that you don't want.
That's definitely something you don't want. I do. I'd love to have some ducks and a goat.
Ducks. Some ducks can be very territorial as well and attack. And that farm, they had a Chinese duck, and it has this weird dot on top of its bill. It's like a ball shaped thing, but it's like right on the top of their bill. And it's made out of the same thing, right? And that one would chase people around, try to attack you, would try to bite you in the ass.
Oh.
Yeah, and he'd just stretch out his wings and come chasing after you and shit. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? like, get away from me, you fucking duck.
I can just imagine Alfie getting chased by
yeah, like you want to punch it in the face, but you're like, oh man, but this is somebody's pet. Like, I can't just punch it in the face or grab it by the neck or something. Like, I'm gonna have to run.
Look at all those chickens.
The chicken. Look at all those chickens. Seagulls. You ever have a seagull come at you?
Yes, they're cunts. Fuck them guys.
Our seagulls here don't come about. They only come about around like 5 a.m. and shit. Like you don't really see them much. Like unless you
come to Britain.
Yeah,
24/7.
They like Britain.
Seagulls.
I hate seagulls.
Yeah, here it's only in the early mornings, like around dusk, that you see them. I guess maybe they spend the time afterwards flying over to England to fuck with you guys. I don't know. that would be a long ass trip for a fucking seagull.
That would.
I wonder if seagulls can swim across the fly across the Atlantic.
I was just wondering that.
So was I.
Yeah. Like, do you
literally thinking?
Are your seagulls our seagulls? Like, hold on. Maybe they only come here at dusk and then they fly back. You guys are
Come on.
5 hours ahead of us. So.
I always wondered how they trained like carrier pigeons. Like, how do you like show the bird that it's like go to this city or whatever? Like, I never got that.
It has to be like a specific bird just for one place, right? Like that bird always just flies there.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how would you be able to teach it to fly over to another spot.
I actually know a little bit about this because when I was a kid, my dad's friend was into pigeon racing, and to train the pigeons, he'd let them out of their cages at home, and they would fly around like the block basically, and that's how they would know their area. So when he like let them go, say like 5 miles away, they would fly back to there, and that's how.
No, right now.
That's how they would train.
That's interesting. So they know like their like region, and then they can find that from the air or whatever.
Yeah, something to do with something that I can't remember. Something to do with the way their eyes work or something. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's about all I know.
No, that makes sense. Like, we always let our cats out, but they don't ever go very far. And so I always wonder, like, what's the like range of a cat? Like,
oh, there's I've seen some videos and whatnot of images, images of people who've got trackers on their cat, and there was this one cat. I swear it did something like 25 miles before it come home. Yeah. And then there's one that literally went no further than the bush at the bottom of the garden, and it would stay there for days.
Our cats will like go on walks with us. Like if we're walking the dog, the cats will like follow along the path.
Yeah, that's common.
But then if you go too far, then they like are like fuck that, and then they turn back and go back.
Yeah. My mate, he used to send his cats back because they would follow him like really far. It's like, go home.
They look at him like, what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's some UFC going on now. I'm gonna say dogs are good at that too. They'll find their way back home sometimes. But some dogs are good at that, even if it's really far.
I wonder if dogs like can do with smell what the birds do with like vision. Like, do they know like what their area smells like, and then that's how they like find their way back, or
find the sense?
Because like if you drive off with the dog, there's not like a scent trail like back to your home or anything, right? Like it's got to be
maybe
just
from the car itself, though.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
that would be crazy.
Backwards, yeah. I've heard dogs can smell scents. Well, certain dogs can smell scents up to 24 hours, but after it's been in that area.
Yeah, I heard it was like 1,000,000 times more sensitive than our nose or something like that. That just.
So if it can follow back 24 hours, like they could definitely.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And then it starts catching more scents of its area and shit, like as it gets closer. And then your scent and its own scent of where it's peed. That's nuts. Dogs are crazy at that. Pigs also have really good sense of smell, and they can smell. They can smell. That's how they find. That's how we find truffles.
Oh yeah.
Find truffles, and truffles are deep underground, so they sniff it out. They put their nose flat on the ground and they start sniffing. They can smell truffles deep down.
They can also they've been doing the thing with animals smelling cancer. That's also like
that's crazy. Because they notice dogs do notice that. That's that. And then now they're studying it. It's nuts.
Yeah, because they're looking at animals that have got really sensitive smells, aren't they? And apparently cancer smells or something.
Mm-hmm. No, I think they could just smell that the person's sick, but like not well, like
Yeah, I think
how you exude certain smells yourself when you have cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something it does to your body, right? Like probably that obviously humans can't smell that frequency of odor, but they can.
Well, I heard that they have the laser scalpel. Somebody got the bright idea to hook the like gas that vaporizes off is like toxic, so you have to like suck it up anyways. And so someone got the bright idea to put that through a mass spectrometer. And so now when they're like cutting skin, they can tell whether it's cancerous or not based on like the chemical composition that's coming off of the gas. And so they're like,
Wow.
Cancer, 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 not cancer. And then they like stop cutting.
Well, that's nuts.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool as fuck. I was like,
Cool as-
brilliant. Like,
Science, bitches.
yeah, but it's like we were already sucking up the like vaporized skin. We just had to like add this extra like step.
I just want to go to space.
What?
I want to go to
I want to go to
space.
space too,
Space
like
on
real
Mars.
bad.
No, Carter.
Yeah, I'd be cool with going to space.
Come on, Carter. You just sold your
I'd
business.
be,
You're looking
I'd be
at things
cool
to
with
invest
like
in.
just dying in space. Like you just like send me up there and it's it failed, but I'll have my Wikipedia page or whatever, so I can I'll have died happy.
I want to be the first man to grow cannabis in space.
Yeah, I guess Jay's gonna have like a moon dispensary.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "This is grown with the moon rocks." And
Yeah, dude.
Who knows? We might find
You grow
nutrients or
plants with
something
minerals?
on
Like, what
Mars or
is that?
something that are like super duper for plants.
Check out this guy's combo over here. Why isn't it opening? Open, says me. There we go. Is it gonna play? It's going slow, probably because I'm streaming. It's not playing shit. What the fuck? Here we go. Bip, bip. Oh, what? And then off the fence. Holy shit.
Whoa.
That's a vicious combo. Look at that shit. Bam. Fuck. This guy was just standing there getting his ass whooped. What the fuck is going on? How is he not fucking moving? That was pretty cool. Let me put my camera back. Oh, actually, let me take another hit before I do. Do.
So yeah, what else is going on in the world then?
I was gonna say, Alf, are you making any more like book reviews or anything like that? Videos?
Yeah, I was talking earlier about doing Stephen King short stories and going through those. So I might do that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be fun that way. And then you don't even have to read them. That's one part that's I don't know what to do with. Is that should I do it with spoilers or without spoilers?
With
Yeah, you do it with spoilers, but you put them at the end so then people can like watch it up until and then like if you want to stop now kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I could do that.
It would be interesting to look at the video analytics too, because then you could see whether people continue on watching or whether you have like a drop off there, and you know whether they're like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna like,
yeah. But you won't know the percentage of people who've actually read it.
That's true.
About the spoiler and people who haven't. But I think a lot of these stories are good. He's really good at short stories, and I think that like a lot of people get bogged down by his like longer novels because they're really long and descriptive. So like the shorter stories are really cool. And it's like maybe I'll get some people into it and they'll start reading them. Uncouth, vulgar. Why? Oh, look at Sean being a philosopher here. He's like, how about this, guys? You're already in space. Oh.
He's on about because we're smoking weed.
No, I thought it was meant because we're on a rock that's spinning through space.
Have y'all seen those pictures where it's like the visualization of like the solar system going through space and it's like this like vortex type thing because like everything is moving? That shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's not a perfect spin too. Like our axis is not on a perfect spin either.
Yeah.
Changes. It's like eventually we're gonna have to like change the way we do time and stuff, right? It's gonna spin in a different wobble.
Supposedly there's like a bunch of shit going on with Earth's magnetic field and they think it's gonna flip or whatever. Like there's
that can't happen.
Yeah,
It would have to
happened
slow,
like a bunch of times before, supposedly.
really. Wouldn't it have to slow down for it to spin the other way?
No, like
spinning the opposite direction.
There's like some experiment where they have like this giant molten core of sodium, and they're like shooting like magnetic waves into it and looking at how they bounce back, because like there'll be like some stable poles, but then it'll get like real chaotic under some circumstances. And so they think that like there's places where they found sediment where there are like magnetic minerals, and they'll be opposing each other. Like they'll be north south. And so they're like, okay, there was like magnetic flips that happened right after each other, but like it hasn't flipped in a long time. But
so it's just like it's just the magnetic spectrum flips.
Yeah, it's like the poles flip, like what's north and south would be like reversed. But then there's like sections where it's getting like weaker and stuff, I think. I can't remember. I could go and try and find the video. But it was like this like molten salt experiment that looked fucking, or molten sodium.
That's
like
crazy. So like if you whip out a compass, it'll be reversed now, right? North would be south.
Yeah. And I was like,
but it's not something we would probably notice ourselves unless we're looking at the magnetic spectrum and shit.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Spinning sphere of molten sodium. I'll put the link in chat or whatever.
Oh shit. I clicked it and it took the chat away. That bastard. Hate when it does that.
Yeah, so do I.
Let me go back and open in a new tab.
But yeah, it's a bunch of sodium, and so it's like a giant bomb. Like if it caught on fire, it would probably be like really bad. And so they just have like this tank of liquid nitrogen on top of it, and they're like, if anything goes wrong, we just hit this button and it dumps the tank of liquid nitrogen onto it.
Oh,
and they're like, hopefully that should stop it, because otherwise it's gonna be bad, because it's just like this huge sphere of like
everybody's gonna die.
Molten sodium. Yeah, because they're like, we can't throw water on it because that would just make it worse. Like,
yeah.
A coulombic explosion. Yeah, that stuff's cool.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this is like 8 minutes long. Oh, but that's where they're spinning it, huh? That's
yeah.
Nice. 6,000 or 6,000 Kelvin is the temperature of the inner core of the Earth.
I want to build a like furnace to like melt metals and stuff in. I need to. I was gonna get like some plaster of Paris and like do there's like a real simple construction where you like build it into a trash can, and I thought that would be like a good project, because I want to be able to do like molten aluminum type stuff and like try and do some casting or whatever.
You should try to make your own knife or something. I guess a sword is kind of big, but maybe a knife.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to make us a knife for the first time and see, and then you can record the process of a first-time person making a sword or a knife. That'd be crazy.
Well, I got a grinder. I need to also get like a welding machine, and then I can start actually like I want to build bigger things, like maybe do some like hydraulics or something like that. I don't know.
Hydraulics for what? Are you gonna make your own?
I want some like big like metal thing that like lifts itself up, like like I need like.
Carter's gonna create the world's first killer robot, shooting with like potato gun hands. A robot is gonna start. They're gonna be on the news like a giant killer robot marched through Houston today, shooting potatoes at people.
Did y'all see that, like Colin Furs or whatever? He built like the Iron Man like tank suit or whatever, and it's pretty badass. It like,
oh yeah, I saw a video of that the
the
other
like
day.
legs move with hydraulics, and then it like could move the torso. It was very impressive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This experiment looks crazy.
Right? That shit's nuts.
I just think like I'm glad that they're like people that are doing that stuff. There's like, yo, we need to like melt this giant ball of sodium and spin it around real fast. And someone's like, okay.
Somebody said I would not be surprised if Carter builds a killing robot that shoots potatoes. Yeah, me neither. We run out, but it only goes after pumpkins, so we run out of pumpkins in the world. It just goes around the earth.
Well, I'm trying to think of like safe things that I could do that would also be on the edge of like stupid, where people would like, because you want people to comment, so you want it to be like safe, but you want it to look ridiculous enough that they think it's not safe, so you get lots of comments. And so I was thinking about like loading up my son's like bicycle with a whole bunch of bottle rockets, and then having it where he could like hit a button and like launch rockets, but they would launch like forward. So then there's like, he's safe.
Maybe he's safe. Watch it make him go too fast. He's flying at like 50 miles an hour down the street.
Yeah. Something. We need something. I'm also I was trying to get it to work for 4th of July, but I didn't have the stuff that I needed. I've built these electronic igniters, and so I can like set off fireworks remotely using like these little relays. And so then I'm going to hook it to chat, so that if you like send me super chats, then depending on like the amount of money you send me, it sets off like an artillery shell, or it sets off like some blackjack.
Fuck.
So that was one of my ideas. I've got a whole bunch of stuff planned because now I've got a whole bunch of resources. Like I want to get my liquid nitrogen tank. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do.
Somebody sends you like $100 and it blows up your backyard. Like, it's just a big pit in it now. Like fuck.
I need a place to blow stuff up, because we're pretty on top of everybody with these houses, and
you don't have enough space to really do it.
Yeah,
you gotta like rent like a lot or something, like an open field somewhere that you can blow shit up, that you're allowed to.
It shouldn't be that hard to find a place. Like you just gotta drive up, like an hour north, and then there's just nothing. Like it's empty. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it would probably still be illegal for you to blow shit up like in the woods and shit. So.
Well, I don't know. Like, I wanted to try and talk to like a pyrotechnic person and see what the feasibility is of. I want a video of me like running and then jumping and then like the explosion behind me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I have an idea for how to do it with tannerite and gasoline, but I don't know what like safety precautions should go into that.
Yeah, you might want to look that up.
But if you watch who's it? The Mythbuster people, what they just do is they take like a gallon-sized milk jug and they fill it full of gasoline, and then they like wrap it in deck cord. So if you just have something that'll like blow up a jug of gas, I think you get like a pretty good like fireball type situation. But you want it to be like repeatable and know like where the blast is going to be, all that good safety stuff. Yeah. I was always lighting shit on fire, and my parents encouraged me. They would like let me burn stuff in our driveway and things. And my dad was the one that actually like told me how to make like napalm, where you put like styrofoam and gasoline and it gets all like goopy. That was like the first stuff I played with. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jay, can you do that stuff over where you're at? Do they all have like a pyrotechnic field you can just blow stuff up at?
No, you got a pyrotechnic license or some shit. Probably get in trouble for that.
I don't know. I don't know. See, that's the thing is I'm like surprised that we're allowed to have potato guns, but then I found out that they count as like real guns, and that's why you're allowed to have them. And I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Fucking potato guns.
Some kid like died shooting artillery shells. They were like having a firework war on 4th of July. And he like had the artillery shell and it shot backwards into his chest and like killed him. Yeah, because he put it in backwards. And so like there's this kid that's on the news. He's like, yeah, I saw like a fireball hit him and then blood come out of his mouth. And I was like, fuck.
Oh,
Shit.
Because I'm like when I was a kid, we used to like throw artillery shells at each other and like, but we never like had it in the tube kind of thing. That was always a lot. Yeah.
Crazy Americans blowing shit up. That's all I can say. Now, yeah, I mean, you have to get. I think you have to get permits to do like bonfires, and obviously not including if it's on your property, but ones.
Well, I mean that makes sense. I don't know.
On public land, like.
I think you probably get in trouble if you light something on fire here. Well, Antifa didn't get in trouble, but that was what was so crazy about the like. Where was that when it was like what's his name that was getting shit?
Berkeley.
Yeah, it was Berkeley, and I just couldn't believe that they were like lighting all that gas on fire because I was like, that seems like very dangerous. And I was like, if I'm thinking that's dangerous, like I don't know.
And shit.
Yeah, you know shit's dangerous if Carter Cole's saying it.
Sean said a kid died here down at the beach. There was a big fire, something blew up, and a bit of metal hit him. Yeah, that can happen. It's dangerous.
There's always like these freaky videos where like something will blow up, and for the most part, it'll be like very contained close by, and then there'll be like just like this one chunk that's just like, and you know, almost takes off someone's head or whatever. I want to get one of those like plexiglass like bulletproof sheets like they have. Yeah. I don't know how much those cost.
Probably a little bit.
That's a good question. How much does?
It's probably expensive. I don't think.
I would say like $200 for a meter.
Oh, I bet it's. See.
With the M80s. We just.
Oh wow! Actually, it's not that much. Yeah.
Fireworks just became legal here, so this was the first year we had legal fireworks. But people would still shoot off fireworks here. They just drive to like Pennsylvania or something to like pick them up. Or North Carolina was a big one, a big spot for picking up fireworks.
I always thought it was stupid that there was like fireworks bans in the city, and then I was living in the city in these apartments, and it wasn't fireworks, but there was like a car fire, and the carport like caught the apartment building right next to ours on fire, and it was just engulfed in flames in like less than 10 minutes. And I was like, wow. Oh, okay, this makes sense to me. I was like, holy fuck, that went up real fast. Like, yeah. And it's right by my building. You know, I kind of get it now. Like,
yeah, it's dangerous. Shit can get out of hand really easily.
But I'm surprised the apartment complex didn't get like sued because somebody like ran to the laundry room and grabbed a fire extinguisher and it wasn't charged, and that was like why they couldn't put out the fire and the like whole fucking building burned down. It was like, yeah, those some jank ass apartments though.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
What did you do that was reckless as a kid, Jay? Were you a reckless kid?
Mainly on my bike and climbing shit with no ropes or anything.
Oh.
I was always climbing up buildings and stuff.
What? You're crazy. I had a friend that would do that. I like watching videos of that on YouTube where people climb up high and then they fall. And they're like, ah, blap.
Never once fell, thank fuck.
Yeah,
But
there
I
was like
always
that
careful.
famous parkour guy, and the like video of his death is like circulating right now, and he's like up on the side of the building, and you can see he like can't pull himself up, and then he's like and then he just falls, and you're like, fuck, like
Oh,
I just saw a person die. Like, yeah.
You got the parkour ones that do shit like that too. They'll like jump from one building to another, but they fuck it up, and then they're like, ah, blapping down the ground, like, ah, everything hurts.
Oh, I saw some video, and it was like a kid, and he's like at school, and he's like over the balcony, and he like jumps off of the second story to the first story, and you just see his leg like snap.
Oh.
It was so sick. Yeah.
But
And like the teacher's like, you fucking idiot. Like he's like on the ground, like
seriously, like you can't, like, I don't feel too bad for the people like that, because it's like, you know, that's what happens when you do that. You live, you learn. Now you know not to make that jump. You're not gonna make it. I always hated parkour kids. Oh my god, why you have such hate in you, Sean?
I wish I could parkour. I feel like if I could parkour,
that would be the most
I wouldn't be fat. Like
that's an awesome skill to have. It's like being a real life Spider-Man, right? Like,
yeah. Or just like if the cops start chasing you, I just want to see their face. If like someone actually just like goes into parkour, like there's like
you see that in movies and stuff, like the cops chase them and then they're up the fucking fire escape like super fast and shit. They just climb the fire escape and they're on the roof in like 2 seconds. You're like, oh shit. They're looking up like, what? That'd be fun.
I just feel like you have to have like like knowledge of how your body works that's like, you know, so strong. You're like, I've jumped off so much shit, like I know how this is gonna go.
Mm-hmm. You know, you know all the physics of jumping, and not mathematically, but in your brain, right? Like, you know, like you can visualize like, oh, if I jump that distance, I'm gonna break my leg. You know, from this distance, I could definitely reach over there with a running start. Let's do this. But you think these guys, like when they do their videos, do you think they practice those areas, or is that like the first time?
Oh, they totally do. I've watched some like behind the scenes, and they like plan out their entire route, and then they like run it multiple times to like get the time down on it. And that's
what I'm saying. Like, if you're running from the cops, that's your first time possibly doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to do like half the shit that these people do on YouTube.
Well, you also have to know like where you're going, like where the hard stuff to pass is versus.
Yeah. If it's in your area and you know the area well, and you've done runs on all these areas, then possible. I could see that working out. But that's always interesting too, how the brain works with like muscle memory and shit like that.
I used to know a kid that did parkour and whatnot. That was until he broke both his legs.
Yeah, he broke
both at the same time.
And now he does parkour from a wheelchair.
Well, he just doesn't do it anymore. Mainly for the fact that he can barely fucking walk properly as it is.
Yeah, that sucks. That's what happens.
Well, he can walk. He's fine, but he's got metal pins and whatnot.
Yeah. Now, if he fucks up his legs again, it's gonna fuck him up even worse. Like, he better take care of his legs from now on.
We fucked his knee. He fucked his ankles up and his legs.
Mm-hmm.
It was a proper fucking disaster.
Let's see. Sugar Tits posted something else. Oh, this is old. But I'll read it anyways. The World Cup stuff. Broadcasters warned not to focus on hot women while filming World Cup games. World Cup broadcasters have been given a stern warning by FIFA ahead of the final bout, singling out hot women. Oh, these are some hot women they're showing though. Sexism has proven the most problematic issue in Russia over the course of the World Cup. FIFA is cracking down on sexism at the World Cup, calling broadcasts out for focusing too much on hot female fans. But like these girls are wearing like hardly anything. I think their point is to try to get on camera and be like, yeah, be the focus of this. FIFA has found 30 cases of broadcasters favoring females in the crowd during cutaways from the game.
I love how FIFA are the ones bitching.
Yeah. You know, it'd be funny is if they didn't show women at all, they'd be bitching. You guys aren't showing any women. You know, like you guys are only showing men the sexism. But
it's the wrong equality.
Yeah, it's the wrong kind of equality. That's not the equality they want.
You need if it was fat women, then it would be okay. But because it's hot women, then it's not okay.
Hot women wearing barely anything.
Yeah, it's basically body shaming for sure.
Let's show these chicks here. You guys can check out some of these chicks. The first one is fucking spot on. Hangouts. Screen share. Look at this chick. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, she's hot. I like her top two. It's those soccer balls on her tits.
Oh, yeah.
Bada bing. That's fucking great.
Go!
Go! Exactly.
Go! Yeah. This chick, she's pretty. She got it going on.
Oh, yeah. She's...
This chick.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Checkered fucking top. That's nice.
Hello there, darling.
And they don't want to show this? Why? Like, what are you retarded?
No, but they're gonna show like if some dude painted up his face and like had some sign, they would put him on like too. Like,
yeah.
Can I just say, why are they being like transphobic? How do we not know none of those are transvestites? So that's transphobic.
That's
Did
true.
your trap alarm go off? Your snare alarm?
Hey, Alfie, I live in a world where every woman's a trap until proven otherwise.
Oh shit. It's a tough world to live in, but you know, sometimes it's necessary.
Sometimes it is.
At the end of the night, Jay always has to ask, so do you have a dick?
Now, by that point, you normally have worked it out.
That's the patented War Kettle tap. The quick tap to find out. Speaking of parkour, I seen a video where a lady rams her face on part of a stairs, which it looked like it hurt. Ow.
Yeah, it didn't sound good.
No, yeah, she probably lost some teeth. We'd be skating at a skate spot and they'd turn up not doing anything good. Like one of them would be able to do flips and shit, and the rest were just mob of mongs rolling downstairs and shit. Yeah. Hellbound Heathen said the same thing. How dare the media assume those are women? That's sexist. That's sexist and transphobic. Those bastards.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Carter's smashing shit up.
Carter's gonna do a presentation for us now. Smash a bunch of shit up.
Smash a bunch of shit, yeah.
Maybe there's another bird in his house he's trying to kill.
Maybe.
I need to do a video for that too. I can't find so when the owl was in the house, my wife like grabs the owl, and so I'm like getting the camera out and she's holding this owl going, I have a bird of prey. I have a bird of prey. I'm like, honey, you can't keep the owl. And she's like, I have an owl. I got an owl. And so I can't find that video. I have the like release video where it's like flying away and shit, but I can't find that.
Oh no. You need to find that.
I have so much content that's like on my hard drive that I need to turn into videos. It's like
you're backed up.
Yeah. I just can't. I'm like, it's a meh video, and so then I don't want to do it, but I just need to like stop my paralysis and put out something.
Yeah, pick a day to be like your editing day, you know.
Yeah, I want to try and keep to a schedule. Ethan wants to start a podcast with me, so
shit.
Supposed to be looking into how to actually like publish, you know, onto like whatever the Apple iTunes podcast thing is or whatever. Yeah.
I just want to say one thing. Shut up, Ethan.
You should call it the Shut Up Ethan Show.
Oh,
that'd be good. Oh, I like it.
And then you can hashtag that everywhere, like hashtag shut up.
Well,
Ethan.
and then like the person being interviewed, he could like start to ask his question, and then he could just be like, "Shut up, Ethan," and then they could
Shut
go
up,
on whatever they want.
Shut up, Ethan. Oh, damn.
You know, it'll make me and Grant extremely happy.
Yeah. Or maybe you should just have Jay and Grant in the background at your podcast. Like, don't even mic them, just have, or like keep them volume low, and you just hear them in the background saying "Shut up, Ethan" every time. You
You need it like a soundboard. You know, you hit the button.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ethan.
It just keeps. It
depends
just
on what type of shut up Ethan do you want from Jay and Grant? Like, do you want a shut up Ethan?
yeah,
Or do you want,
mix it up.
shut up Ethan?
Yeah, mix it up depending on what he says.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we should make an AIU soundboard and have everyone like record some sound clips and send them to me, and then I'll like put them all into a thing where it's like a website. You can push the button and then people say their little sayings. If people want to send me clips of whatever they want, then I can do that. I think that would be fun.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I need to build half of the things that I talk about, but
Just got to get on it, mate.
there's just so many
Future
cool
projects.
things you can do.
Yeah, I get swamped like that too because I have so many ideas that I end up not doing any because it's like you don't know where to start because there's so many ideas that would be cool. You should call it the poor
And then
man's.
I like kick myself because then someone's done it like a year later. Someone's actually like put out a good version of it, and I'm like, see, now I've not done it for another year, and they've actually like done something. Like there's this guy like in China, they're feeding styrofoam to these little mealworms. And so then I like went to the pet store and bought a whole bunch of mealworms and threw them in with a whole bunch of just water and styrofoam, and they were like eating it. And yeah, and so well because they're trying to say that it'll like fix the like plastic problem because we can just feed the plastic to the mealworms. But I like forgot about it, and then all the mealworms died. But this other guy has bought like thousands of mealworms and set up this like digestion stomach thing, and he's testing like how many cubic meters of styrofoam the worms can eat. And I'm like, that's a pretty good like little sciencey experiment thing. And I don't know, mine just they all died.
Carter's not taking care of his animals.
Well, that was I felt bad because I wasn't feeding them any food at all. I was only like giving them water, and so every few days I would just put some more water in there, and then like the worms were changing from this like kind of yellow color to like this dark color, and I felt like they were more lethargic, and I didn't know if I was like torturing them. Then they were just like mealworms, and so I don't know. It wasn't a very thought through experiment. I was just like, are they going to live? And then it was like a month in and they were still alive and eating the plastic. And I was like, fuck, I'm like done with this.
Shit.
So what the fuck is it? What was it called?
Mealworms eating styrofoam. Here, I'll
Yeah, what are they? What type of, are they like a tiny little fish? What are they?
If you've ever had like a little fucking lizard or something, it's like the little worms that you feed to the lizards, and they're
Okay.
Yeah.
My mate had a lizard.
Oh, here's another crazy uppercut. This is show this real quick. I like that people tweet out gifs of the good of the like the highlights of an MMA. Look at this shit. Wow, damn, that guy took it though. He didn't drop. That didn't even phase him, but he took that punch. Wow, right at the bottom of the chin. He took it though like a champ. Damn.
Is the fight going on like right now?
Yeah, it started about like 2 hours ago.
Expect PETA at your door. Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to go if I just killed off all the worms, but that's what happened.
It's just how it goes sometimes.
Well, like the guy in that video I just shared, he's like, yeah, theoretically you could just eat the worms because they're like, an alternate protein source, kind of thing. And I'm just like, I don't think whatever you feed the worms that like consisted on a diet entirely of plastic is gonna be good for them. Like,
or you.
yeah.
Like you're gonna eat an animal that's life has been eating plastic. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Not at all.
Mealworms. Ew, they're gross. They look like maggots. Like really big.
Devin's in chat.
Yeah, I was just looking at them myself.
Yeah, he's busy. I was asking him if he wanted to come on, but he said he's in the middle of moving.
Carter created Ethan out of an old motherboard, Windows 95, and a floppy disk.
Oh, I'm missing something. I don't have it on live chat, I guess. No? Oh, there it is. Oh, Cam was saying nice to you. That'd be great. I think it'd be great to have people yell "Shut up, Ethan" at him while he's doing the podcast, just to keep him on edge the whole time.
Yeah.
Or nervous or laughing, like he's got to try to keep his cool the entire time and shit.
Yeah, there should be like hecklers for like YouTube streams where they can like be like, "You're shit."
Yeah. You're shit.
Get off the stream.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm falling asleep. Why are you talking?
Get on with
Stop
it.
talking. Yeah, get on with it. What's
Kinda
your
feel
fucking point?
So yeah, I kind of feel like we already do that.
Yeah.
I like the IRL streamers that like go out and they have the text to speech turned on, and so then like people are paying, and it's just like, fuck the guy that just walked up.
Yeah. I keep telling Red Guy to do text to speech so we can do a live stream with him. Like with him talking, but not actually talking, just through the text to speech program.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
But I don't know I don't think he wants to do it. But it would be awesome.
It would be really awesome.
Trying to find interesting shit on Twitter, but nobody's posting good shit. It's all boring. Now there goes Carter. Pronounced twatter.
The twatter.
That's the British one. Because they're all a bunch of twats, mate. Twatter.
Twatter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like Chrissy's new painting.
Yeah, she's got some shit going on.
The one that she tweeted like 6 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have we tried to give it? Have y'all thought of a name for it? You need like.
Well, we Chrissy and I talked about. She was like, "What would you call that outfit?" She asked me before she started painting it, and I was like, "I think it's a jumper, right? Like, what else could you call it? It's a jumper." So that's why I told her she should call it the jumper. But then I put the jumper or the jumper, like together as one word, jumper.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Carter? What did you suggest?
I called it Bound.
Bound. Yeah.
Are we talking about the same one? Like the like the black straps type thing?
Yeah. But if you think about it, it's a jumper, right? Like it's like a onesie.
Yeah, like I don't even know. Like if you wanted to go and find that on Amazon, like what would you
call it? Sex outfit.
Sex outfit.
Yeah, sex outfit. That's the outfit you wear when you're about to have sex. What else? What else would you wear? It's hot. Any chick wearing that
fucking is hot, Alf.
Bound to get physically destroyed. It would be dangerous. I see. I need a name. Let's see what people have posted. Jumper or I put the jumper or the jumper. And
jump her.
Yeah. John at or around 10 posted tethered. That's not bad. Oh wait. Mark went for the not about the outfit approach. And hold on, damn it. clicking shit on. Twitter always acts fucked up when I'm doing other shit. Like, so what's going on? Nope, that's the wrong one. God damn it, I totally lost it. Sorry, guys. Where is she?
Do you know what ceramic tipped tweezers are for?
Ceramic tipped tweezers. No.
I've never heard of that.
What?
Dangerfield, like I'm going through my Twitter now, and like Dangerfield has this picture, and he's like very happy with my ceramic tipped tweezers. And I don't even know what you'd use those for.
Knowing him, it's like
some drug
sexual. Or something sexual.
Oh,
sexual.
Mark said colorful thoughts. Yeah, Carter said bound. Graham said psychedelic tits. I don't know who Graham is, but that's pretty good. Psychedelic tits. James said psychedelic straps. I don't know what. That's a different James.
Someone say trap?
Almost. It was almost traps, but it was straps.
Should be traps.
Maybe it should. I'm not saying it shouldn't. Although they'd have to stuff their penis in really good in that picture to not to. Because, yeah, you would be able to tell. There was more, wasn't there? So if anybody has any suggestions, go on Chrissy's Twitter and make some suggestions for the painting.
No, but more importantly, go buy some of her shit.
Yeah, and check her check out Teespring out because she got some shirts and other types of merchandise.
I wanted one as a shirt, and then it was only like as paintings or whatever, and I was just sad.
Well, let her know. I'm sure she'll sort it out.
Oh, like the ones that you wanted that were paintings you wanted.
Yeah, but don't they? Isn't there some? Oh, I think Chrissy's store might have been shut down. I just clicked on the link in her like Twitter, and it is not there.
Oh no! I don't know if she's listening, Chrissy, but if you're listening, check if your shit got shut down. Right, you put real Bunty King.
I was trying to figure out what was going up with that.
Let me open this.
He's like got this giant silverware.
And
right,
he's like
I'm
meditating.
back, guys. I want to get a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. What's up with him and giant silverware? All right. She should call it BTK. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see. This one guy put a bunch. He said raw, a season of submission. I think he means submission. He misspelled it. He spelled it submission. That's submission shit, man. Rainbow tip merchant. I kind of like that one. That one's cool. Gratis lattice, vitamin sex. What's my motivation? Opaline and bound. Her body, like all temples, was built by slaves like me. Somebody said, I don't know, but it's very good. It is very good.
Oh, she must have a different store because this one is not blocked. The
store isn't blocked?
Yeah, but the one that was linked on her Twitter is.
Oh, she might have. It's working for me. Yeah, she might have. Maybe she closed that one and did a different one. I think she updated a few of them at some point. Oh, I didn't see this green flying monkey one. That's nice. I would get that as a shirt. That's cool. Very cool. Very cool, Chrissy. I'm going to show her artwork on here so everybody can see. She got some pretty cool shit. Ming. I'll present to everyone. All right. There's some nudity, so fair warning. So one of the chicks taking off.
So you can't get a strike for that, I'm sure.
This one's really cool. This St. Michael's mount. That's nice. She's done more work on this, so she might upload an updated version. This one's nice too. I like the colors on that. It's pretty. Back. Let's see what else she got here. Naked ladies. This one's cool too. I like the monkey. I like that on a shirt. Fantasy Cornwall. This one's cool. This is the one I was talking about. Okay, she did put an updated one. Yeah, this is fucking dope. Look at this shit. What? That's dope as shit. Watery color wallpaper. That for your phone case. That's cool. City mushroom nude. Oh, I haven't seen this one either. Oh, she already does have that up as a poster. Nice. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Digging that. This kind of reminds me of like psychedelic horror kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. But in cool colors, which makes it a nice contrast as well. Here's the one we were just talking about. Bound to Colorful Thoughts, she put has the name of it. It's nice. You can buy it as a painting. I'm sure somebody's going to want that as a shirt too. Cheeky nip slip. This is cool too. I've got to come on here more often. I didn't notice you had so much other one. This kind of reminds me of 70s. Or maybe 60s because of the squares in the back of different colors. It's pretty cool though. How? I really like the Space Ruse. This is really cool. I want to get that shirt for sure. Let's go to page number 2. Oh, you got bags. I don't know what that is. It didn't say. But some of these are posters, I guess.
There's that beautiful Chrissy artwork.
Mm-hmm. The LGBT nudes one. Oh, the flying monkey in black.
Yeah, I want to get an ARU hoodie. I want it in purple. Looks nice.
In purple, mate.
Yeah, purple, mate.
Well, you say it normal.
That ARU root there.
Yeah, I want that on a t-shirt. This one. The black and white one's kind of cool too. That'd be cool, that mug. What? Well, let me go back to page 2 again. Oh, yeah, this one's cool too, with the purple. Cosmos behind it. That's dope. Oh, look at the cat with the pretty flowers as a case. Meow. Yeah. So that's all Chrissy's stuff that you can buy. This is a shameless plug for Chrissy. So you guys go buy her stuff. She got some cool stuff.
Yeah, totally. Everyone should buy Chrissy's stuff. She has the best stuff.
Yeah, Chrissy stuff, best stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking, Chrissy, that Carter was probably clicking on a link that maybe it's not up anymore. Like maybe you you took it down and put a different one up for it or something.
I clicked it from your Twitter profile. Let me see.
Oh, maybe you have to change your Twitter profile's link. Maybe it's the wrong one. People clicking on it on your profile link and getting the wrong link.
That works.
Oh, who's so messaging?
Now go on, everyone. Go
Maybe I'm retarded and I clicked the wrong thing. I don't know, because it was. I don't know. It said campaign suspended or whatever. It was weird.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's an old link then. Yeah, because those campaigns expire, I think, and they put a new link to it, maybe. So you gotta like update that every once in a while. Because you know, like when you go on Teespring, it always says available for this many days, and it has the clock ticking. So when the time's up, if you have it set for it to repost it, it'll repost it maybe with a different link. That might be the possible, but it might be. It looks like some pretty good artwork. Yeah, it is. She's getting better too, I've noticed. Doing good, Chrissy. That's why I say keep working on it, because she's just gonna keep getting better and better. I've updated it lots of late. Yeah, I seen that you've been posting a lot of artwork that I think is done, and then you post it again like 2 days later, and I'm like, whoa, like holy shit, like this went deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself a hoodie, maybe a t-shirt.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. I like the Cornwall painting one too. The one with the space behind it. I really like that.
Yeah.
Chrissy should make me a shirt of that. Have it say Cornwall under it or something. Cornish maid. Oh, she should do a Cornish maid painting. Like
With
a maid.
peepees.
Yeah, a maid like holding a pasty or like serving one or something. In a hot maid outfit. That'd be cool. Giving up ideas here, Chrissy. You know, take my genius. I think we've all decided that I was a genius. So.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right, you guys know I'm a genius, but won't admit it. So.
I'm willing to admit that you are smarter than me.
So I'm a genius.
How can we know that? It's not like IQ tests only test how you're good at an IQ test. You know, like.
Yeah, we can't tell because if I take the IQ test, it's only that either I'm good at IQ tests or I'm not. It doesn't really test how much of a genius I am.
That was such a stupid argument.
Yeah, it was so bad. I couldn't believe it. Like, who the fuck puts up an argument like that?
I mean, it's like, yeah. Literally, the whole point is it's supposed to test IQ. Like,
as Devin was saying multiple times in that video, I don't think he understands really what IQ is.
Yeah. No, that was the thing. Is I was listening to, what was I listening to? I can't remember, but I went and my wife said something about like she was looking at the race and IQ stuff, and she was like, yeah, the Ashkenazis are like the highest or whatever, but then she said, oh, the average black people are like at 85. And I was like, there's no way. And then I like went and I pulled up the graphs, and that is like the center of the distribution. And I was like, fuck. Because I had heard that there was only like 10 points, like 10 IQ points difference between like each of the races, but like, which is already, yeah. Anyways, I was very surprised when I went and like actually looked up the numbers. Yeah, because when Jordan Peterson talks about his IQ stuff, he says that like 85 is like retarded. You can't get a job. Like you're like, and I was like something's wrong here. Like Jordan Peterson's wrong. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't making sense to me because. Yeah, like 15 points would be a lot. So I don't know. I need to go and look and see. I don't know if like all of the like if the graph is just from like one study or something, but yeah.
Are you thinking you might be retarded?
I don't know. I'm just surprised because like the person that she was listening to was saying it was straight just like brain size, and that like it was the white people mixing with Neanderthals that gave us the bigger brains. And I thought that was like the funniest because it's like, yeah, we fucked the cavemen, and so we've got there's this guy named Quirky Science or something that Tristan introduced me to, and he's got all these crazy ideas about all this stuff. He's a very interesting guy. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't imagine that it would be just brain size, because like elephants have big brains and they're like.
No, it's not just about size; it's about complexity too, and the amount of.
Like there's got to be like branching and stuff.
Our brains work so well because of the compression. Like everything's compressed really well. It's like, how like we get better at making microchips and can hold more memory on smaller chips. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what the brain is like.
Well, okay, so that actually is like what I thought it was, because supposedly our neurons, like if a monkey had as many neurons as we had, it would have to eat like all day long to run the neurons. And because we cook our food, that we can actually run all these expensive neurons.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I was watching some shit talking about gorillas would have to eat meat or something like 18 hours a day to get to the point where we are, like through evolution and shit.
Yeah, that was something. Yeah, which is like That was the other thing, is their skulls like fuse together earlier, and so then their brain cavity is smaller because they have really strong jaw muscles, and so to support the jaw muscles, their cranium has to fuse earlier. Yeah,
makes sense. So it was us learning to cook that made us get enough amount of calories and nutrients and stuff that we needed.
My wife used to go on Twitter and yell at like vegetarians that they were like ruining our evolution because they were taking us back.
yeah, shrinking our brains and shit. Like, hey, we're making all these neuron connections and you're trying to unplug those. Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, and that's like her argument against veganism or whatever, is like, yeah, you can do all this stuff to like, you know, eat proper vegan and stuff, or you can just, you know, like eat meat and get all the stuff that you need.
I kind of agree with that, because I'm not convinced that we've stopped evolving and stuff. Like, I think that we still are, and it's slowed down, but I think we still are. And
I think our brains are evolving. Like, there's stuff that are not visible, but it's happening under the thing.
Yeah, and I don't know if our brains are still getting more complex because of meat. So,
well, I'm also interested in like temperament. Like, dogs have temperament to the point where we can say like, oh, this breed is like this, or that breed is like that. But then we, like, humans have got to have something that's kind of similar, where there's like maybe something. I don't know. Like
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying? Like a personality temperament for humans type thing. I don't know.
This is above my pay grade.
We need to find it. We need to have everyone take DNA tests, and then we can just correlate the big 5 personality traits with your DNA and try and find like the genetic component or whatever.
Sounds good. Sounds like we need a big centralized government to lead that kind of project. Even a globalist government, maybe.
I would be fine with a large global government if it was a like libertarian government that just left everyone alone.
What you like?
Do you have any more man on the street type things planned? Are there any like protests or free Tommy things or anything to go to?
All right, I'm back.
I don't know about free Tommy stuff. There was one in Cambridge on the weekend, but I wasn't going to that because it's fucking fun and I had other shit to do. But yeah, this weekend I'm in Stockton, which is up north, and I'm going to see Tommy English and Gaze Against Sharia.
Oh,
gay. But
going back to what you guys were saying about veganism, I just want to say I got a comment the other day saying that I am the best vegan YouTuber.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, and you're not even a vegan YouTuber.
I know, but I'm taking it with pride. I'm proud of that.
Nice. You still got to do a video where you and Leica meet up and have vegan food.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that.
What place is the best for vegan food?
What, in Bristol?
Or between you and Leica?
Oh, I have no idea.
Meet in the middle, or you can go to her and fucking go there, whatever.
Nah, I'll go to Blackpool, mate.
Yeah.
Go hang out with Licky.
That'd be cool. That'd be a fun video to watch. But we were talking about like gorillas and stuff, and like it's not too far fetched to think that another animal will reach a higher level of intelligence, right? Like gorillas. It takes thousands of years, though, right? But you don't know if it's already in the process of happening, like from the beginning.
I don't know if it's like language. Like, I feel like language might be a big part of what we got that got us to like move on. And like that was the kind of the thing is like, what if we could like we could design a language for animals and then start like getting them to use it or whatever.
So we've done that with gorillas. Like we've done that.
So
Coco sign language up to like a 4th grade level or something.
Here's the weird thing about that, and this thing really like kind of boggles my brain. one thing that the animals don't do once we teach them sign language, they never ask a question. Like, we can ask them questions and be like, where did this go? What happened or whatever. But they never say, like, why did this happen? And so I thought that was, like, strange.
No, Coco used to do that.
What they would ask why things happen?
Would watch movies and stuff and ask why is he crying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he would ask for people too, like where he liked Robin Williams a lot. So Robin Williams came to visit him like often, and he would ask for Robin Williams, or she asked for him.
I need to go. That was Coco?
Yeah. Check it out. Yeah, check out.
I need to go and look it up because there was, I can't remember what it was. It was like some TED talk or something I was listening to, and they were like, they never like asked a question, and then there was like some researchers that were like trying to get the monkey to speak, and so they were like not feeding the monkey.
Yeah, but that's a monkey.
Like say the words, and then like somebody came out and they were like, actually the monkey's vocal cords cannot produce like the sounds, and so you've just been like starving this poor monkey, and it never will be able to like make the sounds. Yeah,
that's a monkey though. We're talking gorillas. We're talking.
I have to go and look.
Yeah, you gotta check out Coco. It's crazy. She would also express emotion and shit when Robert Williams died.
Didn't she just die or something?
Yeah, she just died recently. But she would go like this and show that she's sad, and then she would be depressed for like weeks on end and shit. Like just staying in her room and not coming out.
I feel so stupid because I never like noticed that like different animals had like just body language and stuff, and now because
they make sounds too.
Yeah, my wife like trains dogs. I'm like much more attentive to that type of thing, and so like I'll notice that like the dog is sitting there shaking, and I'm like, oh, like the dog is scared or whatever.
Yeah. When you have a dog too, like you watch it enough, you start realizing what it's telling you, like by what its motions and stuff, the way they look at you and stuff. Like elephants can communicate over miles by pounding on the floor. They have like beats they do with their feet, and certain beats mean, danger or come here or stuff like that.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, they can feel it over long distances, like miles, and they'll bang on the floor, bum bum bum. Like if there's danger around, the bum bum bum. So all the elephants in the area know that, and where that sound is coming from.
You know what the fucked up thing is, speaking of elephants, is I will never, ever forget the first time I saw an elephant. I'll never forget that day.
No, I've only seen elephants from a distance, not like close up.
We were up north at some zoo, and the bus kind of came around the corner, and there's this elephant, and it's fucking massive dick, and he's trying to get on top of another elephant.
Oh shit! Try to hump it.
Yeah.
You don't realize how big llamas are until they stand up, and then you're like, "Holy shit!" But when they stand up, they are fucking tall as fuck. Yeah, llamas. They stand up on their hind legs when they fight each other.
Oh.
And that shit they get so tall. You're like looking at them like, whoa, like way up there.
So here's something kind of interesting. I looked up gorilla ask question, and it says that it says what Coco, the sign language speaking gorilla, can teach us about language or whatever. And what's interesting is it says that you shouldn't ask her a question, and then it's like, quote, she has a royal air about her, the researcher explained, quote, she doesn't entertain questions, just like you wouldn't question the queen. So I thought that was kind of interesting. She like royal air.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's funny.
But
it's crazy, like trying to communicate with animals and stuff like that.
There's another researcher who built this like underwater keyboard to try and communicate with dolphins, and the dolphin can like hit these underwater buttons to try and like say stuff to the researcher. That sounded interesting to me. Because I heard that like dolphins are like very, very smart.
Yeah, dolphins and elephants, those are like the two really smart animals out there that can, like, we might be able to communicate. Like elephants have 5-lobed brains, and that's why there's that phrase that they never forget anything. It's kind of true. They don't forget shit.
Wait, is the five-lobed brain kind of like the frontal cortex that like humans have? Like, is that the? Because I know that like our frontal cortex was like the most recently evolved in humans. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna try and find it, but I guess do any other animals have a frontal cortex? Is my question.
That I'm not sure of. That's a good question.
No idea.
Elephant brain.
Gonna be honest, a lot of this conversation has been way above my pay grade.
Tell us about the birds, Jay.
Not in a town, mate. Just, you know, single, mingling.
Ready to mingle?
Always am. Always am. Yeah, not a lot going down.
Oh, okay. So other animals do have the frontal cortex. They're just smaller.
Mm.
Is what it looks like. And the gorilla has a much larger frontal cortex than like the orangutan or the like gibbon, whatever.
Yeah, gibbons. Yeah, those are monkeys. Here's brains. There's the elephant brain. There's the human brain. Oh,
How
there's
the
the
fuck are
dolphin.
elephants not running the world with that fucking brain? Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's got massive.
I think that their like neurons are bigger. Like they just take up more space.
The dog, tiny. Cat, look at the mouse brain. McKick.
That's like all animals apparently have roughly the same number of heartbeats in their lifetime. And so, like, if you're a mouse, your heart beats super fast, and so then you have a short lifetime, like lifespan. But then, like, an elephant, your heart beats very slowly, and so then you have a much longer lifetime. And it's something about just like metabolic, you know, like your heart is going to wear out after some number of beats, and so that like scales. Like, I thought that was crazy.
Like battery life.
Yeah, but it like scales, like the energy consumption will scale to like the size of a city. Like if you map like how much like food an animal needs for its size, if you then like scale up to like a city size, then the same like thing kind of holds. Like the amount of food to feed the city scales with the number of people. Like it's not just like a 1-to-1 thing or whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's like there's
John's
like
reptilian and Hillary has a lizard brain or is a lizard.
Yeah. Everybody's a kind of lizard, right? We all have lizard brains. It's in the back, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about the. I know that the back is the visual cortex. Like that's like if you hit someone right there, that's you know like their visional jump to the type thing. I don't know.
Human lizard brain. Lizard brain refers to the oldest part of the brain stem. There you go. Responsible for primitive survival instincts such as aggression and fear, fight or flight, whereas the limbic system is responsible for, among other things, our emotional bond to other creatures, other humans such as family members and non-human pets. So then, yeah, the reptilian complex is the brain stem. Oh, here's it.
Oh my god. Okay, I just remembered. So you know, I said that my wife's mom has chickens. I did the thing where you like hold the chicken and then you move it and its head stays still. It's so funny.
Yeah, here it is. That's what the reptilian brain is. Complex. And that's the limbic system. So it's this blue stuff basically. Because that connects to the
I'm listening to you, Sean.
Neocortex. Yeah.
And then Alan says that the Galapagos tortoise has a resting heartbeat of 6 beats per minute and an average lifespan of 177 years.
Wow.
That's crazy.
6 beats per minute.
It's like da-dum.
Yeah, then 6 minutes later. Oh no, wait. 6 minutes. 5 more in a minute. Yeah. That's nuts. So that's one every 10 seconds then.
Sex
Right?
will kill you. If sex will kill me, then I want to die.
Oh yeah. So I guess things that make your heart beat faster will. No, I don't think so.
I was doing like some back of the envelope type things. There was like, how many times will you have sex in your lifetime? And then I was like really depressed with the answer because it's like, even if you have sex like every day, that's only like 300 times a year or something. Like,
that's not enough.
You're not going to get into the like thousands at all. Like,
shit.
What are you chatting? You just have 5 years of just sex every day.
Well,
I have sex every day. Well, you know, people who do that are called porn stars.
That's a good point, Alf.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, I don't
all
know what I expected the number to be, but I just expected there to be like more encounters per time unit or something. I don't know.
Sean makes a good point. Rowan needs to slow his heart down.
Needs to do more than that.
That
would probably help a lot, actually.
There's techniques and or like liquids you could take, chemicals you could take that does that. It puts you in a trance-like state, and that's why people think you're dead and will bury somebody they think is dead, but they're really in like a trance-like state where the beats per minute goes slow down a lot, so it just seems like you're dead.
Oh, isn't there like up north they do that with just ice, and like they don't have like a whole amnesia machine or whatever, and they just like they pack the person in ice? Have y'all seen that? Let me try and find it.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't know if it has to do with heartbeats, because yeah, there are times where you exercise and you any extraneous activity you do is going to give you more beats. Is that anytime your heart beats faster, your life is going?
But then, like the more you exercise, that makes your heart healthier, and then your heart beats slower when you're not exercising, right? Like your heart rate is lower.
It won't work as hard.
Yeah, the more you work out or whatever.
That's true. That's true. Could even out or extend it even.
Hey, Alfie.
Yeah.
I'm going to put something in the Discord for you. You should check this out.
The
reason I'm concerned is you got to watch out for your soy products at the moment. They're on a recall.
New recall at Aldi, Lidl, Asda, Tesco, Salisbury, other places. These are latest products you should return to the store in the latest round recalls due to listeria.
Yep.
Oh man.
Sounds like a Def Leppard song.
It only hurts old people and kids, so you don't really even got to worry about it. So,
yeah, I'm kind of old.
there was like a listeria outbreak in Texas in like the ice cream, in like the Bluebell ice cream, and I just kept on eating it because I feel like that was what made it taste good.
So if anyone
listeria is delicious.
So basically, if you got any soy sauce, don't use it.
Yeah, the listeria is bad because it can like live in like these cold temperatures. Like it was like living in the freezers and stuff.
How the fuck am I gonna like cook my chicken and noodles now? Crazy.
Yo.
These people went nuts when Lauren Southern went to Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's up, TJ?
Yeah, did you watch her Farmlands documentary?
Yeah, I watched some.
Yeah, what did you think?
It was terrible.
I don't know about terrible, but I think it's very one-sided. It seems like she only spoke to like one side of the argument, and not to see like what else was on there. But I mean, it was still pretty crazy. And I'm sure a lot of fucked up shit's going on down there. But it would have been nice to have heard that. I'm sure she couldn't have done that because the other side isn't probably one that wants to talk.
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but she did have one of the like party members or whatever on, and he was like, Yeah, we're just gonna take the land. Like,
yeah, that was great. Yeah, I was like, what? Like she had some of those like extremist people that were running organizations to like take the land back and shit. That was kind of nuts too. I want to make Nordic babies with Southern. Shadza. I'd do her. She's not bad looking.
I'd do her, but I wouldn't like want her having.
I don't want to politically stand with her.
I'm not opposed to everything she says. I just think that she's a sensationalist. That's how I feel about her.
Yeah, I just don't want her raising my kids.
She just did this. She just did this video where she was going around Australia asking people if we should kill Lawrence.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty good. That was a funny video.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "We need to kill her."
Some people were like, "Aren't you Lawrence Southern?" She's like, "No, she's a fascist."
No, I'm not a fascist.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Wait till she's 50, fat and crazy. Yeah, she's really young still. But I mean, now's the time to strike, right?
What's her little friend's name that she was gonna like do something with, and then like they didn't ever do their podcast or whatever?
I have no idea.
I can't remember what her name was.
I did not know of that.
I'm trying to Google Lawrence Southern, and the autocomplete is Lawrence Southern Twitter, Lawrence Southern bikini, Lawrence Southern is a man.
Technically, right? Didn't she change her identity to a man or something to prove a point?
Well, technically, yeah, she is a man.
Yeah. But she's a trap bait, technically. Oh, yeah. In legal terms.
Check this article out, Alf. This one's proper crazy. Welcome to
Oh yeah, this is nuts. Let's read this. I'm gonna screen share it. This is kind of crazy. Shit's getting crazy in England.
Oh, Pettibone. Yes, Sean, you got it. That was her name. It was like Brittany Pettibone.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, that name rings a bell.
She's people like Lawrence Southern. Boy 3 seriously hurt in evil acid attack in, how do you pronounce that? Worcester, Worcestershire. As 3 men hunted. Worcester? That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Ah, that was easy. That was my initial thought, but then I thought you guys called it something else because that's how we would pronounce it. A 3-year-old boy has been seriously injured in a suspected acid attack in a busy shop in Worcester, police say. The victim was in a pushchair when a substance was sprayed or thrown across him as he was deliberately targeted. So they were throwing it at a baby? What a bunch of douchebags. I thought maybe it fell on the baby when they were throwing it at like a woman or something. Why would
no, it looks like someone actually like
threw
acid at a fucking baby.
He was treated in the hospital after suffering serious burns to his face and an arm. He was now released. Police said that the long-term medical implications for the child are unknown. There's hope he will not have life-changing injuries. That's sad. The attack happened around 2:15 p.m. on a Saturday. You know, you expect to go to like a shop at 2:15 p.m. on a Saturday and be safe, but nah. As the boy was on a shopping trip with his family, blah, 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 blah. They have released images of the 3 men. Yeah, that's them right there.
Buzzies.
Oh my god, did you see the video of the girl with the axe that just like chops the dude while he's like...
That's nuts. Maybe we'll watch that after this. That sounds interesting.
It just made me think about it because there was like some girl and she just like walks into the gas station with an axe and then like
what
pops this dude. Yeah, let me find it.
At this time, we are treating this deliberate attack on 3-year-old boy. It was an awful incident. We're really, really concerned about this. Worcester is really, really. How far is Worcester from like London? Or where is it in the UK?
You know what? I'm not actually sure. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. The motive of the attack is unknown. Ambulance arrived at the scene 8 minutes and crew assessed boy's injuries. He was treated at the scene and then taken to the hospital. His burns were consistent with acid or alkaline substance. The 39-year-old man from Wilmington has been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. The 3 men in the photo may have information vital to our investigation. I am sure someone will recognize them, and I would urge anyone information to contact with urgency. Hopefully they do.
Oh shit! It's up the road from me, in between me.
Oh shit!
It's like 45 minutes away.
Oh shit, that's nuts. Think if
Yeah.
this was a member of your family, an innocent child, 3-year-old scarred or damaged for life by this, we need to bring the perpetrators to justice and quickly. Agreed.
Agree.
All right, let's see. Carter, did you find that video?
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a better copy of it because the one I found is just like all watermark.
Your fucking watermarks. Sean said it's a borough of London, I think, but I guess he's wrong because you just said it was up from you.
Oh, found it. Okay, wait, here we go. I put the link in the chat. Oh, this is like the whole video. What the fuck? Oh.
Is she just standing there talking to him with it?
Yeah.
That's nuts. There's no audio. Just the CCTV. Oh, in the face.
Oh, in the face,
shit.
bitch.
And got hurt too.
Yeah, so it said that
was another dude.
Said that it hit him in the eye socket, and he eventually took off his shirt and like wrapped it around his face because he was losing so much blood, and he was like, "I thought I was gonna die." Oh,
she hit him hard too.
Fuck yeah!
The thing, that axe was not sharp because it doesn't look like it was cutting. It looks more like it was blunt damage.
She apparently bought the axe like 15 minutes before this at a Walmart, or stole it from a Walmart or something like that. Yeah,
it's a lady. It's an older lady. Poor lady, she's hurt. Oh yeah, he's got crazy.
Oh my god, look at all that blood. Wow. Oh my god.
What a nut job.
Oh.
Where was this?
Why Sydney? Apparently. Why did she do this?
I don't think a motive has been found.
Feminism. Wow. I wonder if
people. Oh fuck, man.
Oh, there's an article. All right. Transgender axe attacker heard voices telling her to kill.
Transgender? Oh, that's not good for the narrative.
No, not at all.
Although,
what you chatting? Aggressive males, mate.
It's all men's fault. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Evie Amadi, a 26-year-old transgender woman, attacked 2 people with an axe at a 7-Eleven store in Enmore, just outside Sydney. On January 7th, that was earlier this year. Recent footage has emerged of the attack, which shows Amadi entering the convenience store holding an axe and attacking and talking to one of the customers. Shortly after the conversation, Amadi swings the axe and hits the man in the face for using the axe on a woman exiting the store. Amadi gave evidence at her trial on Thursday, saying that she whispers telling her to kill and maim and to start the rise of hell on earth. What? There's something playing in here that's fucking me up. I don't know what it is. It's like an ad or something. It's a pain in the ass. I recall everything going
playing.
The what? What is playing?
Your other tab, Rise of the Sex Robots.
Oh, what did that open from? Weird. I recall everything going quiet and feeling that voice come inside, and I remember that smile, a sinister smile that plastered my face that I couldn't control, and then I blacked out. A few hours before the attack occurred, Amadi sent a message to Makelia Jansen, which said, "One day I will kill a lot of people, and it will be your fault." Oh, shit. Jansen said she met Amadi on Tinder just 2 hours before the attack.
Oh, fuck.
And they met for drinks with friends and took a capsule they believed was ecstasy. Amadi has pled not guilty to wounding with the intent to murder 2 customers and attempting to wound with the intent to murder a pedestrian who was walking a short distance away from the convenience store. So there was another person she attacked.
Yeah, I think there was 3 total people in the attack.
CCTV was shown to jurors at Amadi's trial on Thursday, which can be seen below. The footage contains graphic footage, blah, blah, blah. We saw that. We saw all that. And then hitting Rimmer's face being opened up from the axe, and Hacker suffered a fractured skull. Holy shit. Speaking with reporters shortly after the incident, Hacker said, "She just came with full force and swung and struck the man across the face. Then she turned immediately around to me again with both hands, came through and struck me with the axe in the back of the head. That was when I was falling. She came in again and came down and struck me again." His face was completely opened up and bleeding profusely. I'm just very lucky that I have thick dreadlocks. Yeah, it's true. Those thick dreadlocks probably cushioned a lot of it. Wow. Mari's lawyer is determining whether to proceed with the defense of mental illness, as Amadi is a transgender woman who suffers from depression and was under the influence of drugs. That's it.
Just blame the drugs.
Yeah.
She's got trans dysphoria, so there you go.
Yeah.
I always hate that shit where they're like, "Oh, this person was on acid," or "This person." It's not the drug that's making the maybe it's exacerbating the situation.
Yeah, but there was already problems going on there. Yeah. That's like people saying video games are causing people to be violent. It's like, no, those people are already violent,
Yeah. Well, I think they did the studies and they found that people can tell the difference between fake death and real death.
Yeah, of course.
And so it's like when you see real violence, that's when there's a problem. Yeah.
Of course, there's going to be outliers, and there's people who have mental deficiencies that doesn't have them feel those things. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't view a difference. Like sociopaths are said to have lack empathy. That's like a natural thing. Most human beings have empathy, but sociopaths have a defect where they just don't feel empathy.
I think I'm going to get out of here, man.
All right, man.
Later. It was good.
Later, Carter. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, we should set something up again.
Yeah, we will.
Cool. Later,
man.
Brother. Bye.
Yeah, probably gonna end this soon too, though. But anything else you want to talk about? That acid attack is nuts, man.
Mate, that's crazy.
Crazy over there. Yeah, do something about that, Jay. I don't understand why you haven't done anything about it.
Oh yeah, man. I'll just myself, mate.
March your ass into the parliament, man, and make some changes.
Yeah, totally. Commit a coup d'etat.
The 9 feminist books to help you deal with mansplainers. Oh my god, that's hilarious. What about woman-splainers? You're not gonna deal with those.
Yeah.
Oh, let's watch some kangaroos fight. Kangaroo fight. Kangaroo fight. Let's do this. Australians do it better. Oh shit.
Whoa.
They're out. Oh, they fighting hard. Look what he did to that other one's head. He pushed it back. That's nuts. It's like, fuck you, Nick. There's more. Brunny Bruja. Oh, Bunny's fighting. Look at this.
They're fucking adorable.
Funny. Look, people are walking by like, oh, look, they're slowing down. Like, oh shit, are those bunnies fighting? And they ran off.
That's
nuts.
funny.
Is there other fights in here? What are these? They look like some kind of deer. Oh, he tripped over the bleachers. Oh. That's it. It's kind of weird watching animals fight, right? like holy shit. All right. So I am gonna end it now. Thanks guys for coming to listen and interacting. Thanks Jay for coming on.
Always, mate.
Had a fun chat. Interesting stuff. And yeah, look forward to some of my projects. Hopefully I get them done sooner than later, but eventually I'll get it going. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.